Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to the channel. A little bit of a different setup today, but we're going to talk about the most anticipated book releases for September, October, November, and December of 2025. Y'all, so we are back with another video, and I'm so excited to be doing this video. You guys have seen me talk about most anticipated Christian fiction releases over the last few years, and I try to do them seasonally, and there's a lot of books to talk about on this list. Again, all of the links are going to be in the description, resources for you guys if you're interested in pre-orders, all of that good stuff, as always. And I try to link like Amazon and Baker Bookhouse, whatever I have the actual character length for. A lot of times these descriptions get very lengthy, but I will try my best to at least link what I can for you guys. And so there will also be timestamps if you want to skip around for certain books, that sort of thing. I'm going to go by month as I usually do. I'm sure there are some books I have forgotten, to be honest with you guys, but this is going to be enough for me to at least chit chat with you guys and be more casual in nature. A lot of times this is like me editing the video and putting pictures on the screen, and I'm looking at my computer anyway, so I thought I would do this on my webcam for my computer and just kind of like a live without the live, if you will. And this way it'd be something directly where you can see my screen, you can see where I purchased these books, where to get the best pre-orders for Christian fiction in the US at least, and where you can actually find the resources for some of the publishers who put out catalogs and that sort of stuff for the next season. So yeah, I'm going to just share some of the tips and tricks for new releases as well. So thank you so much for being here and watching this video. Again, I don't know how long it's going to be, but we're here and we're just going to dive right in. So I do have, I might move my camera around a little bit. I do have a full list here of the new releases. I put it on a what am I saying? Google Doc, honey, and links and everything, so we can go real time all the way through. And there are some December releases I feel like I have forgot, to be honest with you guys, but we're going to do the best we can. So let's go ahead and dive right in. First, I want to talk about the book I already have in hand. I'm not going to show it so much on the screen because reasons, but A Sea View Christmas by Julie Klassen. This comes out on September the 2nd, and I do have the link already pulled up here where I did some trial and error. I'm having to redo this, you guys, because the camera was not working, but I already had this pulled up. And this is A Sea View Christmas by Julie Klassen, and it is a Devonshire Shores novella, and it's following these sisters. Book one is The Sisters of Seaview. The Sisters of Sisters of Seaview. So book one is the Sisters of Seaview, and I've read this book before, and you can see, let me make this just a little bit smaller. I feel like you guys probably want to see more of the screen than me. But this is a Christian historical fiction, and Julie always has a really good way of just telling these family stories, a little bit of romance, very slow build stories, kind of like Jane Austen, Agatha Christie style sometimes, and Regency, all that sort of thing, right? And so this one was where these sisters, their father had passed away, and they were left impoverished, and they opened up a home to guests, and they were providing for their ailing mother, but they end up having some eligible gentlemen that they end up hosting, and Sarah is confronting this attraction to this widower, and Viola is learning to kind of heal some of her hidden scars. And I really related to her character because I have a scar on my face, and me and her I had so much like relatability with her personally. So I enjoyed this book. I gave it like 4 stars. And then I read the second book in the series, and then I have not read the third in the series. So Julie Klassen's been an author that I have personally really enjoyed, and you can kind of scroll through here and see the synopsis. A lot of times if they're having like pre-order perks, they will list this as well. You'll see that later. Lady Maybe is the only book that I did not personally get on with but I already said personally, what? Just is one I did not really care for, but her other books have been some of my favorites. So that was more of just like a conviction thing with Lady Maybe and tropes and that sort of stuff. So had to put it down, but the rest of her books have been solid. So really looking forward to this novella. Definitely going to read this one for review for this Devonshire Shores series and everything. A Sea View Christmas, and this cover is gorgeous. I love the girl in the red dress with her beautiful hat and the snow on the cover and the beautiful house. All of those things is definitely a gorgeous cover. Next up, we're going to talk about one that I also have to review, and that is a 3-in-1 Christmas novella collection by Tracie Peterson, Karen Witemeyer, which I always say Witemeyer, but it's Witemeyer, and Misty Beller. So I've only read I haven't actually, what am I saying? I have not read by Tracie Peterson. And if this link will just work, come on, honey. Let's go. Let me close out of this. We don't need 15 million tabs. I'm the million tab lady. So, I do have this book in hand. I'll put it up here on the screen, too. It is even more gorgeous in person. This woman holding this lantern, walking on this snowy road, like, let's go. Gorgeous. And her red, like, shawl or whatever you want to call that, honey. It's just gorgeous. So, I'm loving this. But it's on a midnight clear. And so, I've not read from Tracie, but I have read Karen and Misty, and I've really enjoyed their books. They usually write Christian historical fiction and romance and that sort of stuff. But look at these pre-order goodies you're all going to get. Like, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Baker Bookhouse in the U.S. I'm so sorry that Canada, they do not ship to Canada from what my friends have told me, but for the U.S., they are some really great pre-order perks and stuff. So because I've signed up to review these, I don't get these perks or anything like that, but like when I do pre-orders, I love when I get the extra goodies. So like for the pre-order on this, you're going to get like a signed postcard and a book plate. What is the book plate? No, this one's not a book plate, but a signed postcard. A Advent paper chain, like a digital download, and a Bible verse and reflection calendar digitally. Like, that is so fun. And plus, you always get free shipping because it's a Bethany House title, and it's 40% off. So this book is $11.39 in the U.S., and I just think that's awesome. So it says, faith, hope, and romance abound from a stable outside a stage stop. Shop, y'all. Me and these synopsis ain't gonna work. A stage stop in Nebraska territory to a stormy shepherd's field in Wyoming to a small university in Texas hosting 3 visiting wise men. So it sounds like we're gonna have some really great different settings: Nebraska, Wyoming, and Texas, and they're just gonna be some really good ones. So it looks like they are The Shepherd's Heart is Tracie Peterson, No Room at the Inn by Misty, and A Star in the West by Karen. So I'm looking forward to this one, definitely. You'll see my review in September. Next, we're going to talk about one that I actually have read the first book in the series. Let me get out of here. Baker Bookhouse, honey. I have pre-ordered this book, as you can see, previously purchased on April the 1st, and it's called Mistletoe and Mayhem. I have not read the second book in the series, but this is by Janice Thompson, and this is in the Little Red Truck Mystery series. I really enjoyed Tracking Tilly, which was book 1. I'll look that up real quick. This is going to be a very long video, you guys, so bear with me. But here's Tracking Tilly, okay? And they're just like these cute Christian cozy mystery books. They are centered around families, and they don't have any deaths. They just have that very sweet family element about them. Maybe somebody stole something. They're trying to figure out. This is mysterious wildfires are taking over, and that's what this one is about. So we're back on the Hadley farm, and Raylan and Mason are planning their perfect Christmas wedding when a mysterious wildfire takes over the prairie. So they're trying to figure out who's probably set the fire and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I pre-ordered this. I don't know when I'll get to it. I need to read book 2. Do y'all see that cat in the back? Like what? He's wanting out again. He can never make his mind up. You're going to see a lot of this. I had to pause. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So, anyway, Interruption City in this video. Real life. But, looking forward to this one whenever I get to it. I bought it. It'll be added to the collection. We'll see. So, next we've got a book that I own this one too. I need to go find it. You guys! Hold on! Who am I, you guys? I forgot about this. So, I also am going to review this book this month, and it's The Rules of Falling for You by Molly Rushmeyer. I'm going to review it in September. Forgive me. August is full. But these are some of my books on my September TBR, so y'all are already getting, like, the preview, okay? But The Rules of Falling for You by Molly Rushmeyer. I have read one of her books before and really enjoyed it, you guys. So, this one is adorable. It's giving like Regency rom-com, okay? This guy is on the cover. He's holding his camera like he gonna be filming something, honey. And she over there with this, looks like Pemberley in the back. From Pride and Prejudice. And Show her listening to like her phone or something, listen to some music, okay? It's very like rom-commy is what it's given. So yeah, we're also, if you pre-order this one, it says that you will get like a retreat invitation, a signed book plate, this stickle vinyl sticker, okay, and a ideal gentleman checklist. So it's a contemporary rom-com with a Regency twist, full of witty characters, a touch of whimsy, and a sweet romance. Her checklist for her modern-day Mr. Darcy is flawless. Too bad love doesn't play by the rules. So it's he falls first. I love this graphic. The marketing girl, get it, girl. Come on, Molly, you done the thing. We'd love to see it. Grumpy Sunshine. She's looking for her Mr. Right. Pride and Prejudice enthusiast. Regency singles retreat. Best friend's brother. Did I say that? So. How fun is this? How fun is this? So, our main girl, she's a podcaster named Zoe, and she dreams of finding love, but so why not at a Regency-themed singles retreat? You guys, I'm so here for this book. With her best friend's brother and podcast producer, Harrison Lundquist, in tow, Zoe realizes her checklist for the perfect match is leading her astray. Will she be willing to rewrite the rules and take a chance on the person who has been there all along? I think this is fun. The cover is beautiful with the clouds and the greenery and the house, the Regency house in the background. It looks like Pemberley, Pride and Prejudice, and like them sitting over there. It's giving podcast. Come on. So how fun is that? Gonna be reading that one as well. This next book. I don't know content for this author. I don't know. It's Harper Muse. They do sell. Baker Bookhouse does sell Harper Muse because Harper Muse is kind of like one of those publishers. If you look at view product details, this is where you can see the publisher and everything. So they are one that like supposedly is supposed to publish clean fiction, generally fairly clean. Sometimes I feel like some of the content I've read has been questionable for me, but it's fine. I think it's definitely not going to be explicit. We'll see. I will give you the thoughts. I have the audiobook. I'll show you guys my NetGalley real quick. My shelf here. I have the audiobook right here on NetGalley. So I've already got it, grabbed it, gonna be listening to it, and we'll see how that goes. But it's called Bees in June by Elizabeth Bass Parman. Magical realism though, so you never know how that's gonna go. I've read some magical realism before and I've enjoyed it, but I've also read some and I've not enjoyed it. So it'll be a toss-up, you know. This is not one I've pre-ordered by any means because I don't really know where I'm gonna land with it, but because it is on my NetGalley and one I was interested in, I wanted to mention it. Bees in books is such a hot topic right now. There's so many books with bees. Like, if I just look at bees, I feel like we're going to find all kinds of stuff. Like, there's the Enlightenment of bees. He should have told the bees. There's just a lot of the bees as, like, a trending thing in the books. And there's even another one I'm thinking of. But I thought this was fun. I really like the whimsical cover where it's got, like, the girl, it's like illustrated, I guess, not really whimsical, but you know, the moon's here, we've got the bees floating around the cover, and I love how they tied in the bee with the actual like lettering here, the script letter. So this says, Uncle Dixon always told Rennie to tell the bees everything, but somewhere along the way Rennie forgot. Now with her life at its lowest, she begins to see the bees in a new light. Will she believe again in the magic of the hives, and will she listen to the bees try to guide her home? And so it's what really struck me in this, now I'm remembering, it's set in Tennessee. And this Tennessee girl, come on, we're gonna see. I'll let y'all know the honesty though. It's set in 1969, and it's set in Spark, Tennessee. I don't even know if that's a real town, but anyway, it says Tennessee, and I'm here. She is excited about the moon landing as the rest of the country. So, like, okay, so this is going to be like, you know, the first man on the moon. Is that right? Okay, so the moon landed. That's it. It says Rennie is grieving and trying to heal from the loss of her son, her infant son. Oh my goodness. You guys, this is going to be a hard read. She had hoped a child would repair the cracks in her marriage to her husband, Tiny, but the tragedy has only served to eliminate his abusive character. Oh no, y'all, this is, I don't know about this. I'm gonna be up a creek. Trying to relieve some of the financial stress that inflames his anger, She accepts a position cooking at a local diner. Hidden away in a kitchen making delicious food, she rediscovers the joy she finds in cooking for others. As she spends more time with her new boss, she realizes there's more options for women than she thought possible. So she can bring meals to her beloved Uncle Dixon, the man who practically raised her, along with her late aunt, a woman, unkindly labeled as a witch. Okay, do I need to take this back? Do I need to take this back, y'all? I mean, I don't know. What is going on with this book? I feel like I need to delete this clip. This is me not really reading the synopsis before I put this on here. I seen the cover and thought it was cute. We got a mess. Okay, this is real honesty here. It does sound like it's going to be in depth, but the content of this is going to be up in the air for me. We will see. I will let y'all know. Do y'all like magical realism? Like, I don't know about it. We will see. We will see what happens, okay? I'm going to quit reading that because we've spent enough time. Alright, I will link it if anybody's interested, but now I'm questioning myself. This is me being honest. Half these books, I ain't even read the synopsis. I just thought it's a pure cover. We're putting this on here. Or the author has the cover, the title, the author has intrigued me. That's what this is. Okay, a lot of times I try to not read too many synopses till we get to this video because of the real reactions, okay? Next, we've got one that's also I'm going to read for review, and that is Melody Carlson's newest release, and it's Once Upon a Christmas Carol. And I think this is fun. I've really enjoyed The Christmas Carol before, or A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and I'm here for this. It comes out September 2nd, and it looks like you get a bookmark when you pre-order this one. Oh, that's cute. Love the cover of this. It's giving classic Christmas with the red truck and the snow and the illustration of the trees and the beautiful cabin. Yes. I'm really trying to describe the covers, my friends, best I can. So this says, what will happen when a tropical escape from the holiday blues turns into a snowy wonderland filled with joy and cheer? Carol Langstrom hates Christmas. Growing up in a dysfunctional home with a birthday on December 25th and too many dashed childhood expectations, she would rather avoid the holiday season, and working in the design industry where she manages seasonal decor for wealthy, entitled clients hasn't helped. So she goes to the Bahamas by herself, bah humbug, bad weather and God's plan, radically different plan, redirect her flight to Michigan. Oh no, she gets stuck on her aunt's farm and she discovers a different kind of Christmas. This is giving Christmas cheese. But, you know, I have really enjoyed some of her books, some better than others. She's been hit or miss, but I'm hopeful about this one. It sounded good to me, or it looks good to me with the whole Christmas Carol. I really didn't read the whole synopsis. I just kind of saw Christmas Carol and thought, okay, we good. But I decided to pick it up, so we'll see how that goes. I do have it on NetGalley. I'm going to read this book with my friend Melissa. Me and her just finished reading Welcome to the Honeybee and Bee. I don't know if you've seen me talk about that or not yet. I'm going to try to do a mid-month wrap-up, so I think you will have seen me talk about it already. But I give it like a 3-star, so we'll see how this one goes. Her Christmas books have been pretty good. So, all right, next we've got Canyon of Deceit. But how long is this video? It's by Diane Mills. I have pre-ordered this. I pre-ordered this back in March, as you can see. And this is fun. This cover is really bright with like the canyon and stuff, but it's with the sky and the canyon and then the helicopter. So that's cool on the cover. And so this comes out September the 9th, and it's published by Tyndale. And I do have this. I believe I have this on my NetGalley. Let's see. How many books is she going to have on NetGalley at this point? Okay, 23, 25. Where is it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got it right here. September 9th. So, this is... Oh, wait. That ain't even the book. Okay. I hope y'all are having a good day when you're watching this. I'm thinking it's going to be on Thursday. So, a rescue team searches for a missing young girl and suspects all is not as it seems in this high-stakes romantic suspense novel from blah, blah, Lethal Standoff. I like Lethal Standoff, so. Look, Diane Mills has some good books, you guys. I've only read, what, one? Is it 2? I don't know. But I really enjoyed her writing. And so I'm hopeful on this. This is about a wilderness survival expert named Tracie, and she receives a frantic phone call from her former college colleague, Professor Rurik. Listen to names. I don't know names. Anyway, he over here, she's shocked by the news that his young daughter, Alina, is missing. Needs her help to find her. And so she's not sure. She's been given the whole story. He has refused to report the kidnapping to the police. Honey, we got some. Love man. Fix. He has not reported it to the police. That's a red flag. She cannot turn down the mission. Words. She can't turn down the mission, honey. So she reaches out to a Texas Ranger named Blaine. She met 7 months ago during her training courses in wilderness survival. Blaine's specialized training and background within the Crisis Negotiation Unit makes him uniquely prepared for this search and rescue mission. He agrees to help her and to accept his terms, Rurik's terms, to keep the disappearance quiet, and they start working together. So they are in the desert of the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. Okay, so it's going to be high stakes. Let's go. Love me a good Christian romantic suspense, friends. All right, that comes out September 9th. Canyon and Deceit, Diane Mills. I'm saying that because I can't remember if I told y'all. The next book is one that's very, very special to me. I'm super excited about this. It's published by Tyndale. I have pre-ordered this book, and I do have an early copy, and I still haven't gotten to it, but I know when I get to it, I'm going to be super excited. The Women of Oak Ridge by Michelle Shockley. She is actually going to be in Knoxville and Oak Ridge, and she's actually still going to be, she's going to be also in Franklin. Is it Franklin? No. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, she's going to be near Nashville as well, and I am not going to be able to go to the Nashville one. I'd rather go to the Knoxville where I'm more familiar with. So I wish she would come to our local bookstore, but I haven't seen that yet, so it's kind of in between those cities. So I'm going to drive like an hour and a half to get there and to just see how it goes. But looking forward to that book signing at a Christian bookstore. But the Women of Oak Ridge is special to me because I grew up near Oak Ridge in East Tennessee. I don't live there now, so I feel like I could tell you that. I live in Middle Tennessee, but, you know, I grew up, went to college at the community college in Oak Ridge, and then I transferred to a university in Middle Tennessee. And, I mean, Blake and I, Blake went to Oak Ridge High School, I'll tell you that. And, you know, it's just, my first job was at Oak Ridge. I lived probably 15 minutes away from Oak Ridge. And growing up, it was like Oak Ridge was the place we went all the time. And I know a lot about the history of it and things like that. It's very well known for having a big part in making the atomic bomb in World War II. And so this is so fun to me that a Christian fiction author is going to do this story, because I know the content's going to be fine and I'm going to be able to read it. So, yeah, this comes out September the 9th, and I'm just really looking forward to it. It's published by Tyndale, and it says, in the hills of Tennessee, 2 women work at a Manhattan Project site during World War II and uncover truths that irrevocably changed their lives in this captivating new story. And so we've got 1944 and 1979. 1944, we've got Maybelle Willant, and she's in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and she's eager to start her new government job, and so she's wanting to send money back home to her impoverished family. That is one thing that, like, in East Tennessee, there's a lot of plants. You had K25, Y12, ORNL for Oak Ridge National Lab, and among others, I think. I'm probably not telling you right all the names of them, but I can't even think right now, but there was a lot of people that had government jobs. Blake's dad was one of them. He worked at one of the plants there. And so this is very familiar to me, you know. They call Oak Ridge the Secret City. So there's like a Secret City festival and all this stuff. So anyway, so she knows very little about the work she's going to be doing, but she's told it's going to help America win the war. Not all is what it seems. The Oak Ridge employees are forbidden from discussing their jobs, which I talked about this in another video, but Blake, when I first met him in 2008, he had no idea really what his daddy did at his job. Like, they were just kind of forced to keep everything under wraps and be very private about that. I mean, he knew he worked at the plants, but he didn't really know kind of what he did. Like, his dad has like a master's degree. I want to say it was like nuclear medicine, some sort of engineering, who knows, but it's like all this stuff that he did there that Blake never really knew, and it's just because the nature of the job, like they had to keep it quiet pretty much. So this is again familiar. But anyway, May's roommate begins sharing some disturbing information. Then she disappears. May starts to attempt to find her and all that stuff. Well, then in 1979, Laurel, she's a graduate student in Boston, and so she starts to learn about the history in Oak Ridge, and thousands are unknowingly working on the atomic bomb. And intrigued by this, her Aunt May, who is May from 1944 in the other timeline, was employed there. So Laurel decides to spend a summer with her aunt, hoping to find the family connection to her thesis research. And May admittedly refuses to talk about her time in the secret city, and May's friends, however, offer to share their experiences, which puts Laurel on a path of uncovering the truth about a missing woman. So I am really here for this book. This is the most anticipated I have for right now. It's definitely on my September TBR. I cannot wait to get it in my possession, and I'm supposed to get some goodies in the mail, I think, on this book from Tyndale that I'm really looking forward to as well. Even though I've already pre-ordered it, I am really excited to see whatever they're going to send me. So, because like I told them, I said, look, they reached out and I said, yes, I love this book already. I didn't read it. I'm really like, this has got to be number one for me, because Tyndale's been putting out some really great books, you guys, and I'm like, yes. So they thought it was cool that I had like been in Oak Ridge and all that stuff, and you know, offered to send some little goodies or whatever. So I will show you that in a video in the future, but looking forward to that as well. It's fun whenever there's like a book that is like, oh my goodness, this is like familiar to me. It's near where I lived. I don't know. I just love that. I still have family in East Tennessee we go see all the time near Knoxville. So, fun fact, I also worked at the Target in Turkey Creek near Knoxville for like a year and a half, if y'all know where that's at. So anyway, I also have this book on my list. I didn't see this on Baker's site, so I used the Random House link or whatever. You can also do Amazon, I'm sure. But this is called Holly and Nick Hate Christmas by Betty St. Amant. This is going to be, who knows, because it's enemies to lovers, probably, if I had to guess. Yes, enemies to lovers. I do have this also on NetGalley, okay? I've been putting it off. It's one of those I requested it. I don't know now, but I'm going to be here for all the Christmas books. So this one may not get read in September. It may be October or November. I'm not going to be in a hurry to read it. I'll put it on the list, but we'll see. But this says a Christmas-hating woman's brother sets her up with a fellow Grinch, and it backfires. And so she decides to out-Christmas her date by kicking off a festive battle of wheels in the inspirational enemies to lovers holiday rom-com. So I'm not going to read the whole synopsis of this one, but it sounds like it's going to be funny. Another little rom-com. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I have enjoyed at least one or two of Betsy's books in the past, some of her novellas too. So we'll see how it goes. You know, playing some revenge. Looks like we got prank wars and some things like that. And we'll see how this goes. So that one comes out September 16th. Right, so next up we have got Girl Lost by Kate Angelo. This is another one I'm going to read in the month of September, hopefully. Maybe October, we'll see. I'm pumped. I've never read this author. If y'all read Kate Angelo, let me know. This cover is wild. The boats look eerie with the forest. Like, it looks like somebody's lost in the woods. So, look at this. Look at these pre-order goodies. Y'all, what? We've got a signed book plate, a bookmark, a magnet. Yes. So, and these prices, $11. Come on. So, free shipping. Yes. On Baker Bookhouse, you get free shipping on the new releases for Bethany House and Ravel. Now, if you do over $50 and you add like Tyndale, Thomas Nelson, Barber Publishing, some of those titles, then it'll give you free shipping. But like if you just did these, they're free shipping. So, anyway, so this says Officer Luna. This cat. Oh, this says Officer Luna Rosati and Special Agent Corbin King are at odds over their failed teenage romance. But we got second chance. They reunite on a mission and must put their past aside. They encounter a kidnapping, missing bodies, a murder, and the secrets that they've been keeping from one another are only the beginning. So, y'all, can they locate their daughter and expose a killer? What? Okay, so a lost baby. We got a lost baby, honey. Luna has found comfort with her childhood foster family. She became pregnant at 16. She gave the baby up for adoption and left without a word. Now, a CIA counterintelligence officer, Luna wants to reconcile her fractured sense of self by finding the only the blood family she has. She's wanting to find her teenage daughter. Luna is closing in on learning the girl's identity with the help of her mentor, Stryker. She prepares to meet him in the old neighborhood. Then Stryker is captured. So then we've got the agent Corbin King. He changed his last name to escape the shadow of his convicted father after serving a life sentence. We have trauma for days in this book. When he runs into Luna, the object of his failed teenage romance, the two have to keep their past aside, all that stuff. So, we got some stuff. We got some video. Let's turn the volume down. I don't want to get copyright. Y'all, they've done a whole video and everything. What? These boats on the river are giving... It's scary. I'm like, what is happening? Okay, look at them doing a book trailer. So Colin Coble has said this is the powerhouse of a thriller. It's giving thriller. Is it not? The King Legacy. I'm here for it. We've been filming a while. In case you didn't know, it's going to be over an hour. I don't care. I hope you got coffee. Come back to episode 2. You know, if you got to come back, honey, it's fine. Put a pause. All right. Next up, we've got a book that I'm also going to read in September or October. We'll see. So many new releases I'm pumped about. And this is why I ain't getting what Blake wanted me to read done, but it's fine. So anyway, we've got A Song in the Dark by Kimberly Woodhouse. Now, if you missed, I did a whole discussion on this in one of my last videos, so I'm not going to read the whole synopsis for this, but this is a Christian historical fiction, or romance, I should say, probably, and it's World War II, all that stuff, but I did do a whole video where I hauled a lot of Kimberly's books, and I read the synopsis in that video, but this one comes out September 23rd, A Song in the Dark. I love this woman, like the way that they've done this mixed medium, like you've got, of the design, you've got this building, it's giving like historical building, with the sun's coming out in the clouds, it's beautiful, but then it kind of fades into this woman, with her orange blouse, in the florals, and the music notes in the back, blonde hair, love this. So, look at that red lip too, honey. So, loving that. So, we've got some pre-order goodies with this. You get a poem art print. You get signed book plates, an ornament. Patterns are going to vary. That's cool. And a music note. I'm excited because I pre-ordered this. So, let's go. All right. This says it is a stirring story of fighting for hope and justice as war threatens to change the face of Europe forever. So, we've got her music captivates crowds. His mission exposes secrets. Their courage defies a dictator. Let's go up here and see the short version. World War II looms, and blind pianist Chasley? See, I don't know the names. I need the audio. She embarks on a concert through Europe, and Hitler is starting to target disabled people. She aims to protect those threatened. Hitler's fascinated with her talent. Hitler's fascination with her talent brings British spy Rick Zimmerman to join her concert tour, where it will take every bit of faith and courage to triumph over hate. Y'all, it's going to be good, though. And when I read the synopsis, I know this is going to be good. So, looking forward to this. And I love that they are including a blind character. So I know I've got a couple of friends here on BookTube that are blind. We've got Paula from Reading in Darkness, and now we have got a new friend. Her name is Julie, and her channel is Joyfully Julie. I will link both of those ladies down below. I love their thoughts on books, and this book is going to have a blind character in it as well, because you don't see enough books with like blind characters in there, I don't think. So that's awesome. And then we've got a book We just get through September, honey. Okay. Then we've got this book, and I'm linking the Goodreads because I don't know if it's on Amazon or not, but I am going to read this one in October. This is actually like book 3 in a series. Might try to read the first one. I don't know. They're like short, really short story / novellas. They're like 100 and something pages. So yeah, I'm not always here for shorter books. It just depends. So we'll see how this goes. But this is called Coffee We Spill by Chelsea Michelle, and I'm looking forward to it. I love good Christian cozy mystery, so why not? And I have been in a real good cozy mystery mood. But this comes out September 19th. This isn't going on the October list, so I don't have time in September to read it. But this is a new rival, a missing person, and bloodstains on her back door, Michelle's back door. Michelle is getting back on her feet as Coffee Spring's sole owner, and a new coffee truck rival is not making it easy on her. So the coffee truck's owner, Zach, goes missing. Bloodstains are discovered on the back door, and she finds herself the prime suspect, as they usually have it in these cozy mysteries. Chelsea is determined to help clear her name, help her twin clear her name, and they use connections at the bank to discover what it means, who has the means and motive to target Zach. So yeah, and it says this book has like a missing person, obviously, summer setting, trustworthy prayer themes, faith-based fiction, coffee shop, jigsaw puzzles, twins, clean cozy mystery, amateur sleuth, very short read. So we'll see. But I do kind of want to read the first one if I could have time. I just don't know that I'll have time. So anyway, I've heard that these are pretty good. Some of my friends have enjoyed them. So that's everything for September, I hope. We're going into October. This book is on the NetGalley. I don't know if I'll get done with it in October or not. We'll see. But it is definitely one of my most anticipated. I have pre-ordered this one as well. It is The Heart of Bennet Hollow by Joanne Bischoff DeWitt. And listen, this is Tyndale. There are some pre-order goodies with this, which is nice because you don't always have that with the other publishers that are not Bethany House Norvell. So Tyndale having this is awesome. A single man with a good living must be looking for a wife. Let's go! Yes! Okay, you get a bookmark, book plate, sticker. Let's go. I better be getting this. I bought this in March. Okay, the minute this was released, I better get this. Okay, The Heart of Bennet Hollow. Listen, friends. It's an Appalachian Pride and Prejudice reset. Appalachian. Say less. So, this says New River, Virginia, 1904. Lisbeth Bennet. Listen, okay. She longs to preserve her family's farm, securing a future for her and her sisters. A difficult task in their Appalachian coal mining town. Money is scarce, but Elizabeth is determined to find a way without giving up treasured pieces of her family's legacy. But when the mine is put up for sale, it's clear change is approaching. A contingent of coal barons descends on the town to investigate whether the mine is worth their investment. Among them, a young man rumored to be a very rich, eligible bachelor. William Drake, these names. He arrives focused on business. He on business, honey. And he's keeping his distance from the townspeople, especially those that live on the land entangled with the mine, including a farmer by the name of Bennet. He said his name Bennet, I ain't in it. Oh, he's like, I ain't in this. As William is digging through some legal stuff, his struggle to weigh the potential financial gain against what is right for the community grows more complicated when he meets one of the Bennet daughters. Let's go. We got some Pride and Prejudice stuff. I'm not even going to read the rest of this, but there's like a couple more sentences. Listen. Trust, friends, true love. I'm here for all this. Okay, I feel like my accent got really southern when I read this, so come on, somebody. Then we've got The Stories We Carry by Robin Pearson, Robin W. Pearson. And this is Tyndale as well. Another one I pre-ordered in March. Okay. So this one, is coming out October the 7th. I would like to read this sooner than later. This is contemporary women's fiction, and it's a small town bookstore owner finds herself at odds with a newcomer bent on disrupting her quiet life in this southern women's fiction novel, okay? So we got Glory, and she has carved out a life for herself in Gilmore, North Carolina, and she's cultivated a community around her bookstore by the book. Her business is a success, and she carries the weight of stories of her own that she's never told anybody. She holds out hope that one day her estranged brother's going to show up on the doorstep so she can finally learn where he's been all these years. Glory's husband Eli thinks she has her arms wrapped too tightly around the could have beens, and that it's time for them to just let go of the store as they held into the retirement years. Glory has different opinions in that. She's not ready to give up the dream she's built. Then Adele shows up with her young son named Bennet, and Glory's carefully controlled life starts to crumble. Newly widowed Adele is a single mother trying to find her footing and navigate parenting her young son. Lost in her grief, one thing that she's certain of is she needs to confront Glory Pryor and everybody who knows her, because the woman has been living a lie. Adele thinks it's high time that Glory made things right, but Adele's fighting hard to tell the truth, and there'll be no looking back when she does. So this is like personal grief, loss, two women kind of going through secrets, healing, and stuff. So let's go. That's going to be very emotional, sounds like. I like this cover. Like, it's got the beauty of the bookshop with the window and the blue shutters, the hat. Like, it's like a bookstore, the florals, the greenery. I think this is really nice. I also really like the way that other one looked, you guys. Like, come on, let's go back to that real quick. Look, the heart of Bennet Hollow. This couple, this is giving fall. I mean, come on. The fall trees and the leaves and them looking at each other, beautiful. I'm here for it. All right, next we've got Rescued Heart by Angela Hunt. I have read her, her little nonfiction Christmas book, and this is definitely one I'm here for because it's the story of Sarah. I love Genesis, Abraham, Sarah. Love the story in Genesis. Like, I just makes me want to reread Genesis. There's so much beauty in the creation and the beginning. It really is. This is called Rescued Heart, and it's book 1 in the Matriarchs. And this cover is gorgeous. This woman, it's very biblical times. Of course, it's biblical fiction. You can see the city in the back. It's definitely giving biblical fiction. So you get a bookmark when you pre-order this book as well, plus 40% off. Biblically sound and historically rich. It digs into unanswered questions about Abraham and Sarah's story. So for my friends who are not necessarily so big onto biblical fiction that has like real Bible figures, I can understand, maybe want to pick this one up. But I really like that because it kind of makes me go back to the actual word, the scriptures. And I could see both sides of that. So this does have real biblical figures, obviously. In Ur of the Chaldees, I can't say names, Ishka faces the daunting prospect of marrying Abram, a man she's never met, who renames her Sarai on their wedding day. Their union tests her as she grapples with uncertainty and Abraham's devotion to an unseen God. Her skepticism towards seemingly impossible promise grows, and only a miracle can prove Adonai's faithfulness. So, definitely one I'm going to be interested in reading. Then we've got Three Blue Hearts by Lynn Kelly. This is one that is a middle grade. I've really enjoyed Lynn Kelly's song. I think it was Song for a Whale, if I'm not mistaken. It's not on here. But anyway, she tells these stories that's like with animal point of views a little bit, or like animal stories. So this is obviously about an octopus from what you can tell on the cover. This boy with the sea and the ocean and all that stuff. It's a really nice cover with like the bright colors. I did start this book on NetGalley, but I wasn't able to like resend it. If y'all look at this, like it's on NetGalley, but I need to pay attention whenever I request these books because you can't send this, to your Kindle. You have to read it here in the NetGalley shelf for my friends who use NetGalley. See, I ain't even opening it. It was giving me grief when I tried to open it. So, I don't know if it's like expired or something. I don't know. See, I go to NetGalley Reader and I try to open it. There we go. So I'm like 22% in on this book. And it was emotional. I've started it like a while back, but I I've been reading other books, you know. Oh yeah, so she did write song for a while. So anyway, this is about this kid named Max, and he is like all in the shadow of his politician dad. Like his dad's not really listening to him, and he's all about like politics and stuff. And so you kind of see some of that in the book. His parents are divorced, and so he goes away with his mother to this quiet Texas beach town. And Max is like really wanting to be somebody else, like a different name and everything. And so he has a fresh start. He finds like an injured octopus washed up from the storm, and he wants to like help take care of it. Names it Ursula, vows to take care of her, all that stuff. So I think that's really going to be a nice story. I just haven't gotten to finish it yet. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 3 blue hearts. And then we've got Sense and Suitability by Pepper Basham. This comes out October 14th. Again, it's already pre-ordered. I really like Pepper's books. And this one is a Regency Enemies to Lovers rom-com. Enemies to Lovers rom-com. Listen. She is published by Thomas Nelson, and I do actually, I plan to listen to this. I want to say I have the audio for this. Yeah, I got the audiobook for this on NetGalley. So, I need to close out some of these tabs. Jeez. Okay, so Sense and Suitability. I've never read Sense and Sensibility, but it's obviously playing off of Sense and Sensibility. But this cover is really cute. I love the purple flowers and pink roses and all the stuff, and just like the bright colors, and obviously it's giving Regency from the girl with her holding her book, and the guy's looking at her with the suit. I mean, it's super cute. But this is says a woman with a scandalous past and even more scandalous secret swears off love until the man who broke her heart needs her help. So we've got 2 failed social seasons. Her family may think the 3rd time will be a charm. Emmeline Lockhart just wants to survive with her dignity and singleness intact. She thought she'd found her perfect match in Simon. He's charming, handsome, and a veritable hero from a novel, until he vanished from her life without much of a farewell or my deepest regrets, or even a vague apology scribbled on the back of a calling card. Lesson learned: never fall for a man known for his charm. Fortunately, and unlike many of the other eligible young ladies of the ton, I don't know about that. Emma, is it supposed to have the time or something? I don't know what that's supposed to say. Eligible young ladies of the ton. I don't know. Emmeline has no need for a husband because she's already found success in her scandalous and very anonymous profession as an author. Why bother with matrimony when she can make her own fortune and write men exactly the way she wants them? But fate, or the misfortune of Simon's reckless patriarchs, has other plans. Simon's once proud estate is in shambles, his family fortune's been gambled away, and the younger impressionable siblings in his care are running wild across his estate, and possibly all of England. Simon is in desperate need of a wealthy, prestigious bride and a friend. So, yeah, so she may not fit the role of heiress, but she can certainly be a friend, just a friend. She'll help him find a suitable match. Will she, honey? She the match, honey. Ensure that his reputation is intact, all that stuff. But wait, what's the one problem? The chemistry that still smolders between them. Okay, honey, we know. So Pepper's got some cute books. She's actually got this one too. I'll just show y'all real quick. We'll talk about this in another video in the future. But look, in May, she's got this coffee shop rom-com called A Brood Awakening. Come on. Looks cute. So, yep. Let's go back. Video's so long. I'm sorry. Next, we've got The Christmas Ring by Karen Kingsbury. I don't plan to read this anytime soon. Maybe November. Who knows? Closer to Christmas, I might. This is going to be an actual show on TV, I'm pretty sure. So, The Christmas Ring, let me move this around, movie is actually coming out in theaters on November the 6th. So, that's fun. That's awesome. Love to see that. So, yeah, this comes out October 21st, and it says, searching for her family's long-lost heirloom ring, military widow Vanessa meets a handsome antique dealer named Ben, and the two are drawn to each other, and they have a friendship and all that stuff. It's one of those Christmas books, so I'm losing my steam here, my friends, so we're going to have to probably wrap this up soon. Listen, next you already know about Jamie Jo Wright. Okay, she's got all the books coming out. And I've, again, pre-ordered this one. The Bell Tolls at Traeger Hall. Okay, and this is October 21st. And I'm sure you got pre-order goodies with this one too, so I haven't listed. But 1890, the tolling of the Traeger Hall bell announces the death that has come to the estate. And announces that death, see, I'm losing it, has come to the estate, leaving orphaned Waverly Pembroke to piece together the puzzle behind her relatives' murders. But then we've got present day, and the Hall's new owner, Jeannie Phillips, realizes that dark legacy is threatening not only the Traeger descendants, but also chillingly herself, Jeannie herself. So this is also like P.S. Look at her new release here next year. You guys, April the 7th, this bookshop cover, the bookshop of 99 doors. We love a good bookshop. I love that. Anyway, sorry, moving on. But yeah, this sounds really good. It's very haunting. You've just got all of the things. Okay, we've got this tolling bell, very big puzzle with these murders. This creek. I mean, it's giving what it needs to give for October. So. Then we've got Playing for Keeps by Mandy Blake. I'm going to try to zoom in on this because it's already here. Playing for Keeps, Mandy Blake. Look at the backwards hat. Come on, guy. Come on, sir. These covers, they always take me out. But Christmas in Redemption Ridge. I've not read the other authors in the series, but I always read Mandy Blake's. I really do need to read some more in this series. I would love to, but I just haven't done it yet. But Mandy Blake is always my #1 priority. Playing for Keeps. Listen. So this says 12 years ago, Justin fell in love with a girl next door, Caroline Taylor. But their families have hated each other for decades. Oh, it's Romeo and Juliet. And no one was interested in putting the bad blood aside. What started as a spur-of-the-moment kiss at a barn dance turned into forbidden secret romance that would rival Romeo. What? Romeo and Juliet. That was my voice. Caroline is everything everything she's ever wanted. She owns the best bakery, she has a loving family, and she's friends with everybody. So why did she break up with a perfect guy? Because he was dropping hints about proposing. How could she marry him when she's still hung up on her first love? Justin got the chance to get away from his abusive dad, and he supports his elderly grandparents. He took it. He got the chance. He took it. Okay. See, I'm losing it. But it meant leaving Redemption Ridge and Caroline behind. But now he's back in town. Can they kind of get together despite this family feud? I'm here for it. All right. Is that everything in October? I hope so. Let's go to November. I don't even know how long this is. Let's talk about the Red Cottage by Rachel. Why did I say Rachel? Did I type Rachel? Hannah. I typed Rachel at one point. I don't know why I was saying Rachel. Hannah Linder. Okay. This cover is gorgeous with this beautiful red cottage. Love the greenery. Love her braid in her hair. It's gorgeous. So anyway, this is She Forgot She Loved Him. He died to make her remember. Meg has never minded the tattling village gossip or her uncle's ill-tempered rebukes. After all, she has Tom McEwen, and one day they will build their own cottage, paint it red, and live a wonderful life. But the unthinkable happens. She's attacked. Her uncle's apothecary goes up in flames, and she wakes up in the arms of an eloquent lord. She remembers nothing, not even her own name. So Tom is looking into the dangerous water. Wait, what? Tom plunges into the dangerous water, bent on sheltering Meg from harm and discovering who wants her dead. Ooh, even if she despises him, even if it's now the handsome lord she casts her smile upon, honey, she confronts her past and the enemy, all this stuff. That sounds good. I've not read Hannah Linder yet, but I own so many of her books. What? Then we've got Patricia Bradley, November the 4th. I love Patricia's book. She writes Christian romantic suspense. This is called On the Edge of Trust, and it comes out November the 4th, like I said. But you got some good pre-order goodies from Revell. We have got the book plate and a mini bookmark. Love that. So we're back with the Logan Point setting, and I don't know if I read the Logan Point series. Have I? See, I can't remember names. Anyway, whatever. So, Scott Sinclair is a decorated FBI agent until a gunshot wound threatens the future of his career. Crime podcaster Tori Mitchell's nephew is accused of murder. Nothing can stop her from clearing his name. Tori and Scott's pursuits bring them together, but once they become targets, now they must outsmart a killer. Honey, on the edge of trust. All right. Next is going to be Colin Coble, Prowl, Prowl, in case my accent's not picking up. Prowl. This is after Ambush, book 2 after Ambush. So I'll just read the brief synopsis because book 2. It's a sanctuary novel, so you see like there's a tiger and stuff on the cover, so it's what it looks like anyway. This is giving animals the sanctuary again. We're back at it. Well, that really don't tell me what this is, honey. So I don't really want to read the synopsis fully because I feel like I just did and some of it spoils it. So we're just going to read the top part here. So I'm going to redo this. A worker at the sanctuary is discovered dead in the tiger enclosure. Authorities assume the big cat killed her. An autopsy shows she was killed by a lethal dose of anesthetic delivered by a tranquilizer gun. So we've got Blake Lawson, who's the co-owner of the sanctuary. He has the suspicion on him, and he's got his hands full trying to clear his name and get all the sanctuary finances back and all this stuff. And then, of course, his woman, Paradise, is back with him as well in this book. So she's trying to figure out the stuff that was revealed in book 1, and I saw that in the synopsis, so I'm not going to read that here. So then, did I write the Royal Assassin? You guys, the Royal Artisan. I wrote Assassin thinking of Robin Hobb. I just realized Artisan. Listen. I don't claim to know everything. Well, that wasn't even next anyway. I'm losing my voice. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this was pre-ordered back in February. Okay, and this is book 6. Is this book 6 or 7? I don't even know. I think it's book 6. Through Every Tomorrow by Gabriel Meyer. This is 1883. Charles. And then we've got 1563, Lady Cicely. And siblings and stuff. So, I'm not going to read the synopsis because it's book 6. But, let's go. Timeless. Now let's talk about the Royal Artisan. I'm still not but Assassin. P.S. If you've not read, back to what I was saying about Gabriel Meyer, if you've not read When the Day Comes, that's book 1. Please pick it up. All right. PSA. So, Tessa Afshar, the Royal Assassin, Artisan, okay? Look, this is in the Queen Esther's Court series, and I have read the other book in this series, The Queen's Cook, okay? And really enjoyed it. So, this is a hidden identity, an ancient relic, a mission to save their people. Tess is going to paint a very beautiful story from what sounds like in Queen Esther's Royal Court. So, ancient Persia, Susanna, I don't know, she creates pottery at as Queen Esther's artisan. Okay, we got art. Love it. She keeps her Jewish identity hidden from her tyrannical master, Haman, and his 10 vengeful sons. Tragedy strikes, and she has to join forces with Jaden, the man who broke her heart, to locate an ancient artifact and thwart the impending threat to her people. Let's go. I love this cover too. The beautiful, vibrant red is beautiful in this. She's holding the pottery in her hands. Let's go. Another book that's given biblical fiction. Hearts in Circulation is the next book by Sarah Monzon. And this, listen, I love this. A bookmobile is on the cover of the book. Bookmobile. We have a cart with the books, like a TBR cart, a craft cart with the books. I'm loving this. So anyway, Hearts in Circulation comes out November 18th, and we have got Little Creek's circulation librarian, Haley. Her fears come true when her bookmobile breaks down and a rock slide traps her in the small hollow of Turkey Grove. Mechanic Levi, he is very gruff, and his demeanor clashes with the vibrant librarian. It's giving Grumpy Sunshine. Also is now also his temporary house guest. Forced proximity sparks a connection. Exchange of letters awakens love. Can a rundown bookmobile be the vehicle that brings two unlikely hearts together? How cute is that? It's giving fall too, like the beautiful fall colors with the leaves and the trees. Let's go. Then we're going into December. This book is called Not Exactly Mr. Darcy by Carolyn Miller. I have pre-ordered this. I don't know when I'll get to it, but Olivia Bennet, she's a Jane Austen fan, and it's a romantic adventure on the English countryside. All that stuff. Looks like Barber Fiction is publishing this. It says, Pride, Pemberley, and Second Chances. History-loving Olivia Bennet teaching contract is not renewed. She's considered her family's logical choice to care for her ailing grandmother in a tiny English village. While there, she soon finds additional work at nearby Hartbury Hall. And one of England's great houses once used as Pemberley in a filmed production of Pride and Prejudice. The head gardener there, however, proves to be anything but gentlemanly hero on the famous book. So, love this. He's gruff, another grumpy Sunshine sounds like. He demands truth and honor. Come on. That's so funny. Love can be found in unexpected ways. Looks like it's given Pride and Prejudice. So, I love this cover too. Pemberley. Look at the cute illustration. Little fountain. They're sitting on a bench. Love this. All right, we're nearing the end, sisters. We are nearing the end, my friends. I already looked at that. What am I saying? So, I want to mention that Mandy Blake actually has another book coming out in January. Book 6 in the Love and Blackwater series called Love Undercover. This is about Zach and Lauren, and it says Zach never meant for things to go so far. He abducts her. So I don't know, girl. What? What's happening? He abducts her. His brother takes things too far, basically, and he has to sparing her is the only good thing he's ever done. One good decision cannot erase a lifetime of bad ones. He gets out of prison. He never expected to find the woman he hurt most waiting for him with forgiveness in her eyes. So, that's some stuff. So that comes out in January. She, I think, talked about wanting to get it in December, but she said January is probably when it's going to be. But I told her, I said, girl, you do what you can. Like, we will be here. There is so much pressure for these authors to publish. We're not going nowhere. We got plenty of books we can read. Wait till it's perfected. Don't feel pressure to hurry up and get a book out. Like, perfect it, right? Perfect your craft, right? Get the editing, all that stuff. If you got to push your new release out several months, that's totally fine. So I told her that, and she was like, thank you so much. So that's everything there. I did miss Julie Klassen's new book coming out December 2nd, Whispers at Painswick Court. This is gorgeous. Again, woman on the cover, the bonnet, the purse, the velvet, the Regency Castle looking house in the back. Honey, it's giving mansion. Listen, surgeon's daughter named Anne, she serves as a sick room nurse to a lady at Cotswolds Manor. Navigating the other residents, including a potential suitor, a series of mishaps befalls her patient, and Anne realizes there may be a murderer in their midst. With her reputation and her on the line, can she discover who's guilty before it's too late? It's giving Agatha Christie. Oh my gosh, Agatha Christie meets Jane Austen. Let's go. I'm delusional. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. I'm here for that too. All right. So I wanted to say before we go that I'm probably missing something. Forgive me. But so I want to tell you guys how you can find the new releases. There's probably a way with Amazon to do it. I was just trying to figure it out, and I don't even know what I'm doing, so ignore me. But I want to share with you guys, number one, if you have NetGalley, you can obviously go to Find Titles, Christian, right? And it's going to show you a lot of the Christian nonfiction and fiction. I usually just say see all. And not everybody I know has NetGalley, but for my friends who do the NetGalley thing, which is like for advanced reader copies of books, if you like have a blog or a social following, you know, a lot of times you can kind of come out here and look around. Like here is Patricia Bradley's, right? Also, instead of doing that, you could go to just the publisher. So like you could go to browse publishers and, you know, let's say we want Bethany House, right? We're going to click on Bethany House, and here's all of their titles, okay, which is fun. Now the main publishers that you want to look for Christian fiction are going to be Bethany House, Revell, Barber Publishing. I can show you those. Barber Publishing, Barber Books, Barber Publishing. See, there's Hannah's book. There's Janice Thompson's book. So, yeah, so Barber Publishing is another one. And then like the Freddie and Grace series is under that as well. And then there's Tyndale. You know, they're on here on NetGalley. Even if you don't like do ARCs or anything, you can always sign up for free and just look and see what's on here, you know, if you really wanted to. This is one way, but here's all of Tyndale's books, right, that you can just see all and see theirs. And Thomas Nelson, a reminder that Thomas Nelson does clean and Christian fiction. They're owned by HarperCollins, so a lot of times their books are not going to show up under Christian. I think it's a lot of times the marketing's a little misleading at times, I will admit. Like, see, the word Christian's not on hardly any of these. I feel like they've really changed their marketing for some of these, so either way. But they do clean fiction generally with some Christian faith sometimes. So that's one way on NetGalley if you are familiar with that. But outside of that, I go to the trade catalogs here on Baker. I mean, my house. I'm losing it. It's almost 10 o'clock. I am on bakerpublishinggroup.com, and I will link this down below for you guys, but this is their trade catalog. So I've already opened these, but you see we've already got spring 2026. We'll scan through it real quick if you want to. And then we've got fall 2025. And so I've opened up the fall ones, right? So like here's their Bethany House titles. So like I didn't talk about Beverly Lewis. I know a lot of people like her, but there's the Seaview Christmas book, and it's like it'll list like the hardback, the paperback. So sometimes you'll see it a few times. This is probably the large print, you know. Then you get to the next one, and it's like here's the Autumn Midnight Clear from those three ladies for their novellas. There's Molly's book. There's Kimberly Woodhouse's book. This is Mary Keneally. She's also got a book coming out, and this is book 3 in her series. I don't really read a lot of her books anymore. They're just very rinse and repeat for me, but if you like Western historical romance, you probably like her series. Then, of course, here is Angela Hunt's book. Nancy Mel, y'all surprised that it wasn't on here? She does have book 2 in the Erin Delaney mystery series coming out, but I already have so many of her books right now that I just didn't add it to the list. I do want to try to read this at some point, but it's not anywhere near my expectations. A lot of her books have also been very rinse and repeat for me that I'm just, you know, I want to read the ones I own in her backlist, but I'm not really as interested in this series as much anymore. It was good, but it's got Kaylee Quinn and another girl named Erin Delaney, so very focused on Kaylee Quinn still. So if you like the Kaylee Quinn books, you know, this probably wouldn't be bad or anything, but it just wasn't like high up on my radar right now because of everything else. Then of course here's Jamie Jo Wright. Tracie Peterson's got book 3 in the series coming out as well, A Moment to Love. And of course there's the hardback, there's the large print. There's Gabriel Meyer, Timeless Book 6. There is the Royal Artisan, because I can't say Artisan. There's some of that. And then Patricia John's, another like Amish fiction coming out. There is Sarah Monzon that we already talked about. Lorraine Snelling. I've never read this author. This is book 2 in her series, At Morning's Light. So this is a Christian historical romance, looks like, but I've just never read her. Like, looks like Frontier. It's kind of giving that vibe. And of course, Julie Klassen. And her new release in December, The Whispers at Painswick Court. And then we got Revell, which then we go into Melody Carlson's A Christmas Carol, Girl Lost, not A Christmas Carol, but Once Upon a Christmas Carol, Girl Lost, Kate Angelo. Irene Hanen has a new one coming out, and I've not read this series, but if you are interested in that, she does have book 3 coming out called Out of Time, and it's in her Undaunted Courage series. So, and then Suzanne Woods Fisher has a new Amish fiction, A Hidden Hope, coming out. On the Edge of Trust, Patricia Bradley, and that's everything there. They also have the nonfiction. I normally don't go through nonfiction, but like they have Baker Books is another one that does their nonfiction imprint. And I don't know. I'm just kind of scrolling through some of these. I don't really see anything. Let's see. I'm not really seeing anything really standing out to me right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything I would want to talk about. There's some devotionals, some kid books, Deeply Loved, Words Like Honey. That's a cute cover, but how about Your Child's Faith? Knowing God's Voice and How to like Obey, Rachel Grohl. I don't know who she is, but Grohl. Amanda Hope Haley. How Biblical Archaeology, Stones Still Speak, How Biblical Archaeology Illuminates the Stories You Thought You Knew. That sounds really good. That comes out September. They're doing some, like, redoing some of Elizabeth Elliot's stuff. I will leave the links down below. I'm probably scrolling too fast for a lot of y'all. Just, you know, the links will be down below for this if y'all want to check these out. So, yeah, there's a lot of nonfiction on here. I won't keep going on that, but I'll leave that link. Real quick, let's look at January through April. Y'all want to? There'll be another video. But one thing I will tell you guys is that you'll see here there's Haven, right? So Bethany House, Revell, and Haven. Baker Bookhouse has come out with Haven, a new publisher for clean fiction. There'll be no faith content here. But I think this is a beautiful thing, you guys. Like, take this as a beautiful thing. They are making a separate romance imprint for clean, low, no spice fiction. And I love this because, number one, how many times have we all been like, Thomas Nelson, I'm so confused if this is supposed to have faith or not. Is this supposed to be Christian? Is this supposed to be, what is this? And now we're going to have a separate publisher. We know what we're getting into in the front right out the gate. We know. There's been so much confusion with the publishers that like have went both ways with the same title. I will know going into a Haven published book that it is clean, and it's not meant to have any faith content. It's just meant to be clean, and that's fine. There's so much dark romance and things out there. Like, I'm so glad this is going to be a traditional published clean fiction, hopefully be in the stores. Let's go. Mixed in with the general market fiction. I love this. So I think it's a great thing. As long as they don't start taking faith out of the current books, I'm good. So Elizabeth Camden has another book coming out in January, Beyond the Clouds, Women of Midtown. Not read this, but Heather Kaufman. Not read that series. Heather Kaufman has On Living Stone. You know I'm going to be reading this one. I'm going to pre-order it. Salome's Story. Women of the Way series. Gorgeous covers. Biblical fiction. Bethany House has, let's see. Not Bethany House, I'm saying. Jodie Headland. I don't know. I haven't even kept up with that series, but she got a new one called Marrying the Matchmaker. Hearts on the Fly by Tony Shallow. Hockey romance. Christian hockey romance. Super cute. And it's in February. Whiteout, Lynette Easton and Danny Petrie, 2 romantic suspense novellas. It's giving winter, and I'm here for it. Another Mary Keneally, honey. What is this? This cover. Oh my gosh, this cover. Oh, it's cracking me up. We got Rocky Mountain Marshals with this man on the cover. So, Ambush of the Heart. There you go. Karen Witemeyer, Taming Lady Temperance. I'm here for this. Book 1 in the series. Comes out February. Tracie Peterson, Faithful of Heart, a Minnesota Legacy series, comes out in March. And another Amish fiction by Leslie Gould, When They Meet Again. Okay, Melanie Dickerson is coming out, you guys, with a Regency story. Let's go. The Good Fortune of Miss Robbins. I'm here for this. We'll talk more in detail about these, like, in a full formal video. Don't worry, but we're just scanning through at this point. The Manhattan Confessions. I haven't even kept up this series either, Jocelyn Green, but The Bookshop of 99 Doors by Jamie Jo Wright comes out in April. Jen Toronto, In Pursuit of Civility. This is book 2, After a Lesson in Propriety. I am here for this too. April 21st. Let's go. Woman sitting here with her hat and her train right next to her honey is. Revell. Listen, Susan May Warren, honey. This cover's given AI, but it's Track of Courage, Call of the Wild. I am looking forward to reading this, honestly, because it just, number one, the cover's cute. Love the dog on the cover. It's giving what it needs to give with the dog. We'll see. Comes out in January. The Belle of Chatham by Laura France. It's giving American Revolution, and it is. January 20th. Mist Over the Channel Islands, World War II, Sarah Sundin. I have always really enjoyed Sarah Sundin's books, so that's great. A Deeper Well, Jill Eileen Smith. Jill Eileen Smith, I was like a 3 and 4 star in her Eve book, Adam and Eve book, more so about Eve, but this one is about the woman at the well, and I'm going to read this one, 100% yes. I think it's going to be beautiful. I love the woman at the well story. It's one of my favorite books in the Bible, favorite stories of the Bible. It comes out in February. This is a Elizabeth Goddard book, red hair girl on the cover. I think it's a pretty cover. Deadly Currents. I'm not really reading the series right now, but Storm Warning, I think, is book 1. Gossamer Falls, Last to Fall by Lynn H. Blackburn. You already know, really enjoyed book 1 in this series. So, Break My Fall, was that what it's called? No, Never Fall Again. And then Break My Fall. And now it's Last to Fall. So, this is cool. I love the waterfalls and stuff on the cover with the forest and stuff. Danamantink, Raging Waters, Elements of Danger series. It's giving craziness, suspense, fast-paced, all that stuff. I gave Fire Mountain like a 3-star, but this is obviously like all surrounded like the elements of like water and stuff in this one versus that one's like a volcano. So I'm not really going to be probably reading this in the month of March, but I will look forward to reviews from it. It does look good. Melody Carlson, All Booked Up. That's coming out in March. Another contemporary women's fiction. Irene Hannon, Harbor Point. This is a long series. I've not even read anything in the Hope Harbor series, but it comes out in April. With the Enduring Tides, the Women of Cannon Beach series, Jane Kirkpatrick. I did read the first one in this series and really enjoyed it. So I don't know if I'll read this during the time it comes out, but it's on my radar. Christian historical fiction. This cover is also giving AI like nobody's business. Okay. A Summer Rangers novel, Over the Edge. Susan May Warren and Terry Ferris. Like, he AI generated. Girls, he is. But anyway, it's Christian romantic suspense, Grand Canyon, a Ranger. Come on. So that's coming out. So then here's the Haven imprint, okay? Even after this, Deborah Clack, A Date with see, I need to quit talking. A Deal with a Debutante, Chelsea Bobulski. Those two look so good. Like, listen, April and February. Yes. I'm going to link these down below, these catalogs that you guys can look at, okay? There's some nonfiction as well here you can go through if you want. But I'm going to link it. That is how I kind of find the new releases for Christian fiction the best I can. My friends, this is how I do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry it's so long, but if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Let me know if any of these are interesting to you. We'll chat in the comments. Is this format okay? Do y'all just want me to go back to filming on my phone where you can see me a little bit better and talk? Or was the screen okay? Let's be honest, it's fine. If it's not really ideal, I can go back to what I usually do. But I thought this would be kind of fun to kind of be more like a live without being live kind of thing. And y'all can just kind of listen and watch, and whenever you have time, tune back in, take breaks, whatever you need to do. So it has been a long time filming. Thank you so much for watching. My voice is back gone. I will link things in the description. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, y'all.